Raleigh. Today is Monday, February the 13th. It was really nice talking to you yesterday on the phone. We had quite a weekend. All the kids were here. And to celebrate all the birthdays, Nancy's birthday and Eric's birthday, Judy's birthday is tomorrow. Rob had a birthday. And so we had a little get-together. Eric and his girlfriend Susan came up from Charlottesville. And Nancy came with them. And Eric has a friend, his name is Chris Romeo, that he knew when he was going to William and Mary. The two of them were going to William and Mary at that time. And he's kind of kept in contact with him since, and they're pretty close friends. And Chris plays the guitar, and Eric, of course, the banjo. And so they also decided they were going to have a little celebration of my retirement. So they took us out to a nice place, had entertainment, a place where they have what they call an open mic, where if you think you have talent, why, you can get up there and play. And Eric has played there before, and I don't think Chris had, but so we went to that place, and Eric and Chris got up and played. And they don't play together. Well, they do a little bit once in a while, but not very much. So they didn't have much of a rehearsal. They had a little. I heard them practicing a little bit right before we left to go to the restaurant. And they made a copy of the tape. The restaurant people made a copy of the tape, and so we have it. So I'll send it along to you. It's not real good, but they had fun. We all had fun. We sure enjoyed it. Judy's at the gym right now. She should be home in a little bit. She goes up to the gym 3 times a week, or tries to, and takes gymnastics. I'll let her tell you about that. She'll want something to talk about. And I go up 3 times a week, and I'll go up later this afternoon after she gets home. And I guess we told you all the news on the phone. Not much to tell. It's kind of a rainy day here, rainy and foggy, but at least it's warm, and all of our snow is gone. So we're looking forward to spring and getting the boat out there again. We haven't been over to the boat much this winter. In fact, I think only twice. The last time we went over just to check on it, it was frozen in the ice. We couldn't. It was way far enough away from the dock. We couldn't get on without. We found a plank and used that to walk across to get onto the boat. Everything was fine, and so it just made us more anxious. It's kind of hard. I know how it is making these tapes. You just have to kind of sit and act dumb because you can't think as fast as the tape rolls. At least I can't. But I'll use this pause button here once in a while, so I won't sound like a complete idiot. I really didn't have much to say anyway, except we have some tapes that we're going to send here today, and Judy was going up to the post office to mail something else, so I thought I'd say a few words so we can put that in the mail too. We recorded one tape that we're sending, is the Great Gildersleeve, the old radio program, and we get it here. We didn't know that we got it, that it was on the air, but we found out recently. So I think we have 2 of them taped. On Saturday and Sunday evening at 8 o'clock, there's a station that broadcasts these for an hour every week. And we got kind of a kick out of it. I think we've got the Great Gildersleeve and another one here, Fibber McGee. So we'll send those on. And then I have another tape that of some polkas and stuff that we like. It was a record when Nancy was in Germany. She bought this record. It was a German band, and it was supposed to be German music. She got it for me and brought it back, but most of it's all American songs. I guess guess they're popular over there because of the GIs or something. Anyway, we enjoy it, and I think I've got it taped. I think I have that finished, and I'll send that. And I believe there's another tape, or maybe it's on the same one, with some Lawrence Welk polkas with Myron Florin playing the accordion. And we use these tapes to exercise too in the morning. We ride our exercise bicycles and play this bouncy music, and it makes you feel good. We have 2 exercise bicycles, and Judy and I each ride 20 minutes every day. And so that's keeping us fit. We haven't been doing our walking because of the weather, but we'll start now. Now that it's turned mild again. So that's about all we do, is just exercise and fool around the house. And I think Judy told you, I think we've been painting the kitchen. It's about through, and that turned out to be quite a job. It's going to look pretty good. I'll let Judy tell you about that. We're expecting company in a couple of days. Judy's brother and Bob and Donna are coming for a few days. He's coming here on business. So we'll see them over the weekend, I guess. Actually, I think he gets in today, but we won't see him, I don't think, until tomorrow. We'll have Judy's folks down over the weekend, so we'll have a house full again this weekend. They're doing real well, Judy's folks. About the same as always. They like it here. Ever since they moved here, we've had some unseasonably cold winters. But for a long time there, we had real mild winters up until '76, and then in the last 8 years, it's been breaking records. I guess that's probably true all over the country. I have to hit the pause again while I think up something else to say. I just happened to notice this tape that I have in here is a kind of a cheap one. And usually, well, the thing to do if you buy cheap tapes is to run them with, just play them all are blank and see if there's anything on them. A lot of times they got all kinds of noise and stuff on them that'll come through in the background. And it doesn't really pay to buy these cheap tapes. I've discovered that. There's all kinds of brands of them, they're made in Taiwan and Mexico and stuff like that. Sometimes they're all right, but on the whole, it doesn't pay. The best place to get tapes is at Radio Shack. Radio Shack tapes are called Realistic brand, and they're made by Memorex, or actually it's the other way around. I think Radio Shack owns Memorex, so they're good tapes. So if you have a Radio Shack, they have good prices on them. Not as good as these cheap ones that you get at the drugstores and stuff, but at least they work. But this one, I hope maybe it'll work all right. I didn't hear any background noise on it. We're looking forward to getting the tape from you, but we know how it is. It's hard to think of anything to say, and you feel like a dummy sitting here talking to yourself. Then you have to listen to yourself. It sounds like you got a clothespin on your nose. But you just ignore all that and just do it. Nancy said she's going to be quite busy this semester. She has to write a thesis. And she said that's going to take a lot of time. She doesn't have a subject yet. But she's working on it. Eric likes his new job. We like his girlfriend real well. She seems like a real sweet girl. And they don't come up here very much, but I guess they'll be up maybe in about I think he said in 2 weeks. They'll be back up again. I'll hit the pause again. There's Judy. She just drove in, so I'll have somebody else to talk. Helps fill up the tape. It's hard to do it alone. It's kind of hard to do it even with 2 people. When we get the kids here, it's not so bad because we can all take turns talking. I'll stop this till she gets in here. She's humming a tune, and I guess she must feel good. Just a minute, I'll unlock the door for her. Right there. Oh, I've got a cake for me. There's a lunch box to my mother-in-law either right there. See him sitting there?
Yeah. Oh, that was a good exercise. I was real stiff today, but it sure liquored me up.
Yeah, if we can, well, we'll mail these when we go out. It's 1:45 and we haven't eaten lunch, so we're going to have to take a break here. But we'll gobble something down and go to the post office. Oh, come on in here. Well, just have to stick to it.
Felt so good. I had really slipped up. Not realizing.
How long has it been since you've been up there?
Well, I think I've exercised only 3 or 4 times in 2 weeks.
Oh.
And I usually do it 3 times a week, see?
That's not so good.
Oh, good. You got the curtains up.
Well, yeah, I put them up to see what they look like.
I think that'd be fine.
That color?
Well, temporarily.
I was thinking maybe we get some dye this afternoon and just dye them yellow and see what they look like then. I don't think they're worth hemming that color. Oh, maybe.
Well, they're better than dye. They make a difference.
Well, come on in here and say a few words.
Well, why don't we eat?
All right. All right.
It's off anyway.
No, I've got it's going. We're going to get new curtains and put up in the kitchen. And Judy wants to get yellow ones because we painted the kitchen kind of an almond color. And the ones that were up there were orange, and they don't look, they're not any good, so. Found these up in the attic, some old ones that, I don't know, Nancy had them at school, I guess. And they don't look much better than the orange ones. It might be alright if we can dye them yellow. Until we get around to getting some up there in the proper. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Well, here we are, out in the kitchen. We just had a nice, clever conversation here. It was going along fine. I discovered I hadn't pushed the right button. So now we're going to start all over again. Now I forgot all those nice things we said. And Judy has her mouth closed, so she's not going to help me. So, I guess we'll just have to, what was it we were talking about? That stove.
Yeah, I did a good job on the stove, but it looks kind of pokey, but I think it'll work until we buy a new stove. It was that dark avocado green, and the whole kitchen was just so dark, so I just went crazy and painted everything almond. And we have yellow accents, and our floor is, well, it's hard to describe it. It's just beautiful. And it has sand-colored borders and then white squares with yellow and green, small yellow and green flowers in it. It's real pretty. It's continuous flooring. It's not carpeting. We just got so tired of the carpeting that we decided to go to flooring. So our kitchen is going to be a lot brighter when you see it next time. We left the paneling up naturally because it's beautiful. It's so pretty, but our accents now will be almond and yellow, creamy yellow.
We used epoxy paint on the stove. We didn't know whether it would work or not, but it worked, I think. It's kind of a mess to paint with epoxy because there's 2 parts, mix it together, and then it hardens. And you can't, it's like fiberglass. And then you can't, you have to throw away the brushes and everything. But it came out real well, and it doesn't look like it's going to scorch or peel around the burners. So that's cheaper than buying a new stove for whatever they cost, $500.
Yeah. It just took us forever because we had to take all of the hardware off of everything, and of course I do a good job, but I'm very slow and meticulous. Plus we had already put down our new floor and I had to be careful of that, so it just took a long time. We had to spackle. We sanded twice. We've got all that all over the house now. You certainly know what I'm talking about. It's gonna look, it looks nice. Real nice.
Kind of like living out by the mill used to be. Plaster dust all over.
Just about.
That did come out real. Judy did a real good job.
I just came back from my exercise class. I go to gymnastics class 3 times a week. It's an hour and a half, and boy, do they work you. But it feels so good. I get limbered up. And then 3 days that Alan goes to the gym, I also go to the gym. So I work out 6 days a week, really. And I've been missing that since I started the kitchen. I wanted to get that finished, and so I didn't go to the gym very often the last 2.5 weeks.
I go today to the gym. I've gained some more weight. I think I weighed about 142 when we were home. I've gained about 10 pounds since then. And
oh, he really looks good, Mother. He looks so good.
none of it around the middle either.
Nope. All of it's muscle. He's gained in his shoulders and his chest and across his back and his arms and his legs. And his belt is still in the same notch.
I don't look like a scarecrow anymore.
No, I notice the women are giving him the eye now, so I'm going to have to watch out again. These long pauses is because Alan insists on recording right now, and we're still eating, so we're chewing in between.
Think. Why chew?
I think Alan told you all the kids were here this weekend, and we had quite a house full. And Friday night was the retirement party for Alan, and then yesterday, which was Sunday afternoon, we had everyone over to celebrate birthdays, and had a nice, real nice time. And I guess the kids left about 7:30 to go back to Charlottesville, and Lynn and Rob and the girls stayed until about 9. And then next weekend, Bob and Donna will be here Friday night. Oh. I don't know what Alan has told you, so I'm just rattling on. Tonight I think we're going to babysit for Lynn and Rob because today is Rob's birthday, and I think they want to do something. I can't wait for you to see the babies. They're so cute. Actually, Jennifer certainly isn't a baby. She's a little over 3 years old, and she is so grown up.
Yeah, they really are adorable.
And Jessica is such a happy baby. She's happy all the time. Even when she's tired, the only way you can tell is when she rubs her eyes. She's like Eric was when he was a baby. Real good-natured.
And they're both real smart.
Mm-hmm.
They got good genes in them.
That comes from my side of the family.
Well, you can say that if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I know none of us will believe it. At least not today. When your relatives get here this weekend, why then you'll have somebody on your side.
Nancy's graduation is May 20th, and she still doesn't have announcements. So, if you'll kind of pass the word around and until then everybody will know until we get the announcements out. Nancy wasn't sure when her announcements would be ready, but it'll be a while yet, I guess. They have so many.
May 20th.
May 20th. Trouble is, we're going to have a big graduation party, and I'm not sure Nancy's going to be here now. I talked to her this weekend, and she said that almost the whole class had made plans for that night. So she really kind of doesn't want to miss that. So I told her, well, maybe we'd just all of us go ahead and have a party without her. Which we'll probably do, whether she comes or not. Why, we'll celebrate.
Our plans are to go down to graduation on May 20th, I guess, and then come back that same day, because the motels were all booked up down there about 2 months ago. We tried to make reservations and we were already too late. So we decided that instead of staying down there, we'll just come on back. It's about a 3-hour drive, 2.5 hours. Which we just do not, but we can't help it now. We went down for Parents' Day and we drove to Staunton, Virginia, a little town, 30 miles away, but to get a motel, but I would imagine by now it'd be even too late there. So it'll probably work out better just to come home anyway.
Oh, I'd rather drive back anyway, but we didn't try and make reservations.
Yes, we did.
We talked about it.
Well, they were all booked up, that's what we did. Yeah. I guess. You got anything else to say?
Well, I think I'll wait till I'm through eating. I'll have plenty to say.
All right, I'll shut it off then. Find it. Oh, I know something. Lynn and Rob planning on having a new house built. They picked out a lot and made a deposit on it. And they picked out the house they want, and we went out a couple days ago and looked at the model homes. And it's real nice. It's going to be really, really a nice house. It's out. Well, it's quite a ways out. It would be inconvenient, say for us when I was working to commute from where they live or where they're having their house built. But that's where Rob is so lucky, because see, he's a manager of a Goodyear store, and the store is only it's practically within walking distance of where the house is going to be. So it's going to work out real well for them. And of course, the farther out you go, the cheaper the houses are. I mean, for a given house, it costs less. So it's an advantage from that standpoint to get out away from the city. But then if you have to work in the city, well, there's a limit to that. So he's lucky there. He has I guess you knew he has a new store. It's not the same one. It's the third Goodyear store that he's had. It's the first one he's been the manager of.
Oh, it isn't.
He was assistant manager in the last one. Okay.
He's been manager.
All right, he was manager of the last one. He's assistant manager of the one before. But this is the big one. It's one of the bigger ones around here. He told me the other day that he had 7 mechanics working there.
I think there's a total of 23 people. I'm not sure. 23 employees.
23?
I think. I'm not sure.
That's probably right, because he said that was just mechanics. And then he's got tire changers and
Oh, it's a big store. It's huge.
service manager, assistant manager. Yeah, it's quite a thing there. Rob is a go-getter. Can you tell him about the house?
Oh, Lynn took us out to see the model of the house that they chose. It's not the very top model, it's the next to the top. It has 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It has an entrance foyer, and then the stairs going upstairs are to the left against the wall, and then you can go straight back down the hall to the kitchen, or you can turn to the right and go into the living room, and then they have a separate dining room behind that, and then the kitchen is to the left of that, and then a counter separates the kitchen and the family room. There's a little eating space, and then the family room at the other end with a big, huge fireplace. And a half bath on that floor. And then the basement is unfinished, L-shaped. And then upstairs is 4 bedrooms and 2 baths. And huge closets all over the house, and plenty of them. It's really nice. It's going to be a real nice home for them. They're so excited.
Yeah, what was the size of the master bedroom? Pretty good size.
20 by, I think it was
Oh, well, we don't
11. It was close to 12 feet. Or about 12 feet. 20 by 12.
No, it looks like the tape is about out, so we're going to get this in the mail. Well, say hello to Auntie Bernice and Uncle Albert and Auntie Dee for us. And I'm sure glad to hear everything's fine there. And we love you both.
Yes, we love you both very much. I'm glad that the test turned out real well. That was great news from Rochester.
It really was.
Yeah. I don't know what we're said. Wait, let's see what said.
Well, we've got to get going. It's almost 3. Well, you think of anything else?
No, can't think of anything else. Said all the news.
Okay, well,